Ahoy! Sunday, August 2nd. It's early in the day, a little earlier than I normally shave, but it's going to take a while for this thing to get uploaded to YouTube and processed and all that. So I figured I should knock this out early. Not to mention I have like a couple of errands to run still for the day. So I figure, you know, I should look at least half decent while I do so, you know what I mean? So here we go. Today I'm going to actually, I've got my brush soaking here in a mug. This is my favorite coffee shop, one of my favorite places in the world. I actually just got back from there. This is the glorious city in which it's located. And in here I have a wet shaving products stubby, 3-band hair, high mountain white. It's very nice. I have a couple more prestigious brushes, or whatever you want to call it, based on brand name, but that one actually, this is the top dog. The tips on this thing are like unreal soft. And I'm going to be using it with this gem of a soap. It's good stuff. It smells very good. It's the lather is next level. As you can see, it has a donkey on it, and 25%. What that means is that 25% of this soap is made from the milk of an ass. Yeah, it's as wild as it sounds, but this soap is, wow, it's very good. Alright, so it lathers like nobody's business. Hang on. Ooh, it's too much. So here we go. Loading, loading, loading. Figure I should load so you can see it. It's a little dry, but that'll do. So it's been a weekend, to say the absolute least. I went kayaking again this weekend, second time, because the last couple of weekends, things, I guess, the world and the things that happened in it conspired against me. But yesterday, honestly, I don't really know that yesterday I should have went. Yesterday was not a good day for me to go kayaking. My kayak, I got like the worst kayak possible. The thing took on water, I mean, every single chance it got. It was really terrible. It was an 8.5 mile trip, excursion, whatever you want to call it, on the Harpeth River in Kingston Springs, Tennessee. The name of the company that I got the kayak from is Foggy Bottom. And actually, take a look at that back there. You see that right there? That's most of my soaps. But I actually have something half decent to organize them with. I'm kind of proud of myself, even though I can't take credit for the idea. I did see it, somebody else, you know, with the idea, but it was perfect for me, so I stole it, and that's what it is. Anyway, so the kayaking, man, the kayaking, so terrible. This is looking a little dry. So the kayaking, like I said, the kayak itself took on water like every single chance it got. Like towards the end of the thing, I don't know if any of you people have ever been kayaking, but there's a valve in the front of it. So, you know, you can like drain the kayak, get rid of any water that the thing has, you know, let in. And when I finally pulled over and, you know, start and drain the kayak, the thing like bled water for like, I mean, and this is not an exaggeration in the least, like 2 minutes, like straight. And by 2 minutes, I mean 120 seconds. That doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're talking about draining something, man, this stuff smells so good. Ass milk. It's what's up. And, well, hold on. Anyway, look, before I get to that, normally this is a little bit of a departure, but I'm using polsilvers today. Also, I'm not going to be using an above the tie razor, which is very out of character for me. But I am going to be using, give me 1 second while I load the thing in question. I've grown to really like this razor. Bam! Standard razor. Got it from the bespoke box, like 35 bucks for a razor, some shaving cream, an alum block, a towel, 2 packs of blades. Best deal going. You need to check it out. You need to get one because the razor itself goes for like 70 bucks and they're talking about their box with a coupon code is 35. That's kind of good. So here we go. This thing is very mild, so I decided to put a pretty savage blade in it. Gillette slide on that ass. So, yes, the kayak. When I finally pulled over and started emptying all of the water that was in it, like I said, it let water out. It was like for 2 minutes, and it was a solid 2 minutes, and there was a gang of water in there because not only was it 2 minutes, but I mean, it was gushing out like it was like fire hydrant pressure sort of stream. It was ridiculous. And as a result of the kayak taking on so much water, it was not steady at all in the water. And I had to like compensate for the kayak not being able to float straight. So, I mean, I was just having to like, twitch like all the time to keep the thing from turning over the entire time I was on it. So my like midsection, my core is wrenched right now. Muscles are just in some pain. It's not as bad as the last time I went kayaking, but that's actually because I kind of learned what I'm doing. Anyway, so yeah, so that was bad. And that actually had a lot to do with the reason why everything else was so terrible as well. The first, I turned over 3 times, which did not happen at all. The last time I went kayaking, which was my first time. And you would think, it would stand to reason that, since I was a noob and I don't know what I'm doing, that the first time would be when I would just stink up the joint and just turn over like at every available opportunity. But no, this go around, was just terrible. So, I turned over 3 times, which was just so embarrassing, and it pissed me off actually. Turned over 3 times, and I had a waterproof bag. Pretty sure you guys know where this is going. But I had a waterproof bag, and I had my mobile, my keys, some other shit in there. Also before I get back to the story, thank you, Mr. Too Nice Guy, for being the person that mentioned, hey, I just go straight away across the grain, 1 pass on the head to shave, and I've been doing that, and it actually, it's working out very well for me, so thanks, dude. And that's Mr. Too Nice Guy on Reddit, by the way, if any of you guys are looking or watching this that don't use Reddit or whatever, or aren't on the subreddit. Oh, look at that. Right there. Whatever. Who cares? It's no big deal. So yes, the waterproof bag had my mobile, it had my keys, some other shit, I don't remember what was in my wallet. So in one of my spills of glory, the waterproof bag wasn't really too terribly waterproof, and my phone is done. My Nexus 5 is gone, rest in peace. Which is annoying because I'm an adult, you know what I mean? Like, that sort of shit is not supposed to happen. So yeah, I'm pretty bummed out about that actually, like big time. Why couldn't this happen? before, you know, when it would be super easy to replace it. But whatever, because I do, you know, I have a phone that I can use for the time being. You know, whatever. I have a phone that I can use in the time being. But the big thing is that my keys did not get ruined, because my car, it's got an electronic key, and you can't, like, it doesn't have a slot for the key, or excuse me, for like a physical key. So if the key would have been ruined, if the key would have gotten water damaged, I would have been stuck in Kingston Springs, Tennessee, without any way back to Nashville. So thankfully that did not happen, and I was really hyped about that. So I guess it wasn't the worst thing in the world. But I will say, I actually, my muscles, my arm and shoulder muscles aren't as like just done like they were the last time. And you know, it's funny, because the first video that I recorded actually was after my first weekend of kayaking. I guess, does this officially make this a thing, so to speak? I don't know. But so yeah, you know, my shoulders and my arms are not as rinsed like they were the last time, which is like really cool. But that has more to do with, I actually kind of was taught how to correctly paddle by a beautiful young lady. And yeah, I'm glad now I kind of know what I'm doing there. Sort of, kind of. Man, this lather, I wish you guys could really see like what this lather is looking like, but it is, wow, it's good. It's good, it's plentiful, it's slick, it smells good. This stuff, I mean, honestly, like, and this, you know, I guess this may kind of come off as weird or gross or something, I don't care. But it does kind of have a milky smell to it. But man, this stuff is just, it's so good. It's very expensive. You know, I got it when the getting was good. But it's absolutely worth it. I'd absolutely have to say, even though I do own both Martin DeCandries and quite a bit of it, I should say, I'd have to say that's like my number one and my most exclusive, you know, high level, high end soap that I have, and man, it is good. It's very, very good. It's too bad you can't order the stuff online. Very kind Redditor went to Planet Rossoir in Paris, and he picked this up for me. Very cool of him. So, yeah, that's the story. That's how, you know, the whole kayaking thing went down this weekend. Undeterred, I will, you know, be going back. I actually, you know, like I said, I can't believe I like it as much as I do. It's definitely not really the sort of thing that I'm generally into. But, you know, it's good because it's a way to, you know, burn calories, you know, do some physical activity without having to, you know, go to the gym. Because if going to the gym is the only physical activity you do, then you still kind of have a bit of a lazy lifestyle. Like, I mean, it makes sense to me. So, you know, I'm trying to get back in the groove of that. Because even though I'm a big dude now, still, I should say, I was considerably bigger just a few years ago. When I was really getting down, a few years ago, I don't remember what year it was, maybe 2010 or so, something like that. I lost about 150 pounds in 10 months. And I did it the right way, you know. I was like watching what I ate, exercising all the time, 2-a-days. And it worked out pretty well for me, you know. So, and I'm actually back, I'm back to my 2-a-days. Have been for the past few weeks. I have a gym in my building. And that's a really big motivating factor, I should say, because the gym is in my building. I live 5 floors from the damn gym. Like, for me not to go to the gym is me being a lazy bum. And that's just not me. I try way too hard in way too many areas of life, probably, yeah, way too hard, like I said, in way too many areas of life for me to, you know, let that slip away, especially when it's so easy and made so convenient for me to not be a lazy bum. So yeah, that's what that is, and in the words of my man Forrest Gump, that's all I have to say about that. But not for real, because I mean, I know that I'll bring it up in, you know, subsequent videos or whatever. Dome is done, I think. Don't really... Residual slickness left from the soap is allowing me to do this. Damn. Let's have a look. Looks good. I don't know what the hell that is, but whatever. It's no big deal. What else? What else? What else? Soap is still incredible. I should say the lather from the soap is still incredible. It's working it again. I could stand to put a bit of water in it, and I think I will actually, because it wasn't the slickest that it could have been there at the end. So put some more water in here. So, you know, for those of you that are only watching, you know, this video, and, you know, I guess this is like the second interaction with me or whatever, you know, like I mentioned before, I like dance music. I love dance music. Lately, I've really been getting into juke, which is a style of music from Chicago. I guess it's the progression, so to speak, of ghetto house. It's the, you know, the next progression of ghetto house, which, you know, house music, like I mentioned, is from Chicago, and if you don't know about dance music, you're going to get a crash course in the history of house music and all that good stuff. But house music comes from Chicago, and I actually recently watched a video, whatever, I'll get to that in a bit. Comes from Chicago. Of course, it was an offshoot of disco. It's dope. I like house. What a stupid thing to say. Yeah, and you know, disco, it's an offshoot of disco. As a result, the south side of Chicago, which is kind of not really the best side of Chicago, so to speak, the south side of Chicago has a noticeably more disco flavor. And if you're familiar, with the geography of Chicago, or the geography of Illinois, I suppose, then you know the city is bordered on the east by a lake, and I believe it's Lake Michigan. I think it is, I'm not sure. Whatever, it's a lake, and it's a great one. So yes, so there is, you know, no east side of Chicago. So yeah, Chicago, the south side of Chicago is, you know, I guess the Chicago South Side sound is really defined by disco loops, and it just feels, you know, like disco 2.0. Whereas the west side of Chicago, because again there is no east side because it's bordered by the lake, had more of its, you know, it kind of became, or it grew as its own thing, as opposed to, you know, a continuation of the disco sound. So as a result, you know, it was just a lot more raw. It was a lot more drum machine and percussive than the house music coming out of the south of Chicago, Chicago South Side, which is a famous house record, by the way, by a guy called Caesar. CZR is how you spell the name. You should check it out on YouTube. There's that one, and then the other side is called Climax, which I actually prefer. And Climax, funnily enough, is more of a western, you know, that's more of a west side type of record. So yes, in the West and in the South, I guess, but more so in the West, from what I understand, you know, is where ghetto house came from. And I've always liked ghetto house. White women like ghetto house too. It's funny, you know. You can't, well, yeah, they like it a lot because every woman, and most women, I shouldn't say every woman, but most women like records that tell them what to do. If the record tells them to shake something, they'll shake the body part in question. If the record tells them to pop something, then they'll pop said, you know, part of their body. And I'm running out of battery here. So yeah, ghetto house, you know, came about like that. And then ghetto house, I guess, kind of sometime in the early 2000s or something, ghetto house kind of died off, and it was replaced by a kind of music called juke, J-U-K-E. And I've really been into juke lately. Like, I don't know why. I've been going through rough times, and I mean, that's just the music that's just really talking to me, you know? There's a very good record in particular called Broken Hearted by a guy called DJ Rashad. Rest in peace, Rashad. Man, have a look at that one. It's got a really good Stevie Wonder sample. The way the sample rolls out is choice. So yeah, juke. And like I said, I don't know where that came from, but it's fine because, you know, I love ghetto ass music. Everybody knows that. So this is pretty much done here, and I'm glad because my battery is blinking red on the camera. So, touch up here. Let's see. Whoa. I think I'm gonna go with, also, kayaking. If you look here, you see that there? Yeah, that happened for one of the times when I tried to pick up the boat and it just bit my finger and ripped a decent chunk of that off. Yeah, it sucks. And then I got it nice and hydrated, we'll say, by the dirty water of the Harpeth River. Disgustomatic, so I gotta be careful in applying aftershave and all that. Oh, also, this is Thayer's Lemon Witch Hazel. And here's part two. Yeah, Thayer's Lemon. And you know what? I need to do some touch-ups here. I know you're looking at me cringing using this thing without any sort of lather, but if you're careful, you can do it. I definitely don't recommend it, but I've gotten pretty handy with this thing. Alright, good. Now it's time for the for real aftershave. Oh, that's not it. Let's go with this one. Old school, fine snakebite. Menthol the most. Again, left-handed application because my right hand was bitten by the Harpeth River. Oh. Feel the burn, feel the menthol. If you're not familiar with this stuff, it's dope. It's really good. It's pretty much a shot of menthol and a shot of alcohol, and that's pretty much it. And this is pretty much it. So I actually had a lot to say this go around. This is good. Yeah, I hope you guys have a good week. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And juke music, DJ Rashad. Like I said, look for the tune Broken Hearted. Really good. That Stevie Wonder sample is so next level. Also, there is a mix by a guy called Code 9, Kode 9, no space. He's an English guy, and he's got a mix on YouTube. It's a boiler room mix. If you go to about 6 minutes and 15 seconds of that mix, there's a tune that he introduces into the mix. And if any of you, for some weirdo reason, are able to ID that tune for me, I would be forever in your debt because I can't find the name of the tune. Anyway, this is it. Have a good rest of your Sunday. Have a good week. Peace.